Ooh, are we focused? Hey, my mouth hurts. So, as you can tell, if you couldn't, no, this is not a dribble of fucking spit or phlegm in the middle of my mouth. It's a fucking rubber band. And when I tell you my mouth is agitated, this bitch is agitated. So, they added a bracket to this tooth that was luxated. Oh. And then they added a hook to the back. They added hooks to this tooth and this tooth, so I can rubber band it, pull it forward. They added 2 wires instead of 1 for extra support, so that way these teeth don't shift over like they did before. Okay. It was bearable at first. Now it's just getting irritating. But I will be fine. And I have to switch these rubber bands out at least once a day. God, pray for me. This is a process. I booked an appointment for my exposure for this tooth number 22. That is still on the gun. And that's gonna be for September 5th. So I have, it's the 11th, I have like 2 or 3 weeks until then. And then after that's done, I'm gonna schedule an appointment for my orthodontist so they can see the exposure, see how that's doing, add a bracket to that tooth after it gets exposed. And then hopefully this tooth is Gucci and she's shifting over, y'all. I'm like praying on it so hard. This has been such a process. I had a mini breakdown moment. Sometimes you just have to go through these, you know, ebbs and flows. Like, I'm mad grateful that I'm getting all this work done and that it's been somewhat of like a quick process. But at the same time, it's like it's painful, it's frustrating. There's multiple things, like for example, I'm starting to get into creating my own music and with singing and being able to open my mouth even, like, ow. It's something that I have to kind of work through and get over, and so it's not easy, but we're making it work as much as we can. And then on top of that, having all this pandemic shit, my mental health has been all over the place. So it's been a lot, but we're pushing through. We're gonna be okay. We're gonna make it. And I had to cry about it for a minute, but you know, I can't sit and cry about it forever. I have to just keep it pushing. So I'm making progress. I'm hungry. I don't feel like taking this rubber band out so I can eat. That's where I'm at right now. So next time you see me, it will be after I get that exposure done. Damn. Hey. Hello. It has been about a week, almost a week. Yes, almost exactly a week. Y'all, my skin has been breaking out. I need, like, anyway, it's been about a week since I had this rubber band, and my tooth has shifted, I would say, quite quickly. Okay, and when I tell you, I've been heavily relying on CBD for the last, I won't say at least a month, but specifically the last week since I've had this, because this hook down here, you see it? It's digging into my underside outlet. What is going on? What is happening, Chen? Is this a pimple? Y'all, my skin. Anyway, I'm about to steam my face and really go in on the skincare today because, like, clearly she needs some TLC. This is wild. But this is digging into the underside of my lip. okay? I can feel it. I can feel his tooth tugging. She's tugging, okay? And I have mastered, let's not say mastered, for various reasons, but I have almost conquered the rubber band reapplication process to a T, like to the point where I'm not standing there struggling, especially with the fucking nails. Once I did my nails the first time and trying to, it took me a hot second. I had to rethink and reevaluate everything for a minute. Like, was this the best decision for me to make? But we handled it, y'all. So even with nails, you can do the rubber bands. Excuse me. But she's moving, she's shifting, she's shaking, and I'm like, oh, it hurt in a good way. I'm just giving her a little nudge, like, come on, sis. This is just week 1. I might check in another week to see the improvement, because I still have like 3 weeks. 1, 2. Yeah, I still have over 3 weeks until my oral surgery appointment. So, Lord have mercy. Yes, sis. Please, Jesus, let me get these braces off. Takes up so much room in my mouth. I'm tired. So tired. Oh my God. Hello. Ooh. Hi. So, the oral surgery has commenced. It happened yesterday. I didn't film when I got home because I just really couldn't be fucked, to be honest. But it's been done. It took less than an hour. I got there around 8 when my appointment was, filled out the initial paperwork and stuff. They sat me down real quick, filled out a consent form because I was technically getting an operation done. And my oral surgeon, he explained to me what the procedure was going to be, showed me the little gold chain, basically explained that, so it's this gold chain that's about like this long maybe, and it has this little gold plate on one end, and that's what they attach to the tooth after they expose it from the gum. So from what I know, they exposed it in the front of the gum. I thought they were going to go in from the back, but it made more sense for them to go from the front. They put the gold plate on there, and typically I guess they wouldn't do this, but they, in my case, because it was slightly impacted, he wanted to make sure that it was as clean of an area to come out of, so they kind of like drilled around the tooth, I guess, and they then attached this little gold plate to it, wrapped the chain around one of my wires on the bottom row, stitched it up, and then they had me, well, I had to make sure I had an appointment for the following week, which I do. I go into my orthodontist on Friday, and they are going to detach the chain from the wire and attach it to a different bracket. So I'm just gonna have a lot of bling and gold going on in my mouth. And they're going, because right now it's kind of like knotted up, and my oral surgeon doesn't have the tools to cut the actual gold itself. So yeah, they did all that. It took, I want to say, at max 30 minutes, maybe 40 minutes. I was a little nervous initially because, like I said in my last little clip, my wisdom tooth extraction definitely traumatized me, and I don't want to go back to that. So yeah, and but we're fine. He was like cracking little jokes with his assistant person, while she was helping him. So it was more relaxing. I always, and I will highly advise this for people. If you have an earbud, like just one Bluetooth earbud, at least one that you could just stick in your ear to have your music playing in your ear, anything that soothes you, whatever like your favorite album is, something where like you either know the lyrics to or you can like look forward to, it's nothing's a surprise, something that'll calm you down. I highly recommend it, because dental work for me is a very nerve-wracking experience, especially if I can hear everything that's going on. I'd rather be blissfully ignorant and then just like kind of like I can hear it, but it's not overwhelming me, and that's not the only thing I'm thinking about. So it kind of gives me a distraction, and it lets me kind of meditate into it. So I was able to just relax, let them do their thing, and then yeah, and then just get it done. So that happened. They just left me with some gauze. The thing was that, so my oral surgeon, he wrote me a prescription, and like I said in the last clip, I needed to pay for all these procedures, even the procedure that I had done prior. So my office, they accept cards, but they didn't tell me that they were gonna have to charge me like an extra 3% for a card, and I was already paying almost $130. So instead I decided, let me just find a bank nearby so I could just take my money out. And after doing like a whole runaround situation, walking, mind you, it was maybe like 90 degrees, almost 90 degrees, and it was only like 9 in the morning. I decided, fuck it, I'm just gonna have to get in my car and drive to my actual bank, because the one that I tried to go to was closed. The 7-Eleven that I went to, I was having issues with their ATM and my fucking nails. So I just went to an actual bank less than 10 minutes away, grabbed the money, took it out, came back to the office, gave them the money, and went about my business. But that added on an extra like 30-40 minutes to my whole, not 40, that's an exaggeration, but it added more time to my overall journey. So by the time that I got to the Rite Aid pharmacy to go drop off my prescription, I had been out of surgery, let's say, for probably an hour at that point. Yeah, at least an hour. And my gauze was soaked, it was bloody. When I got back to my car after dropping off the money at the oral surgeon's office, I took my mask off, and I saw that there was like, it was dripping blood inside. It was just not cute. So I'm like, I need to go home. Dropped off my prescription at Rite Aid, came home because my place is across the street from Rite Aid, and then I replaced my gauze, chilled at home for a minute, FaceTime my mom and my sister, got my little chipmunk vibes on, and then went to pick up my prescription. And he prescribed me like 600 milligrams of ibuprofen, so it wasn't even that serious. And I grabbed an acai bowl and a smoothie, because I'm like, I don't even feel like opening my mouth, but I am hungry. So I got that, came home, ate my acai bowl, was just chilling, watching TV, didn't really do much, to be honest. And yeah, I just kind of hung out for most of the day. I was hesitant to put my rubber band back in though, because I was really sore. And I guess one way I could describe it was, well, my oral surgeon did remind me, well, he did say it will most likely just feel like you bit down on your lip really hard, which is partially the case. But it was really, it feels like how it feels whenever when your teeth are shifting, or when they are starting to grow in. It kind of felt like that. Yeah, at this moment, after being about like over a day since, there is some pressure, like it does feel swollen. Mind you, they did stitch me, so they stitched me up at the gum. They told me that one of the types of stitches are dissolvents, so it'll dissolve into my gum. The other kind of stitches aren't dissolvents, but my orthodontist, sorry, is gonna take those stitches out when I go see them, and they're gonna kind of shift the gold chain wherever the fuck they need to, so my tooth can move forward in the direction that it needs to move. Yeah, so right now it's just like, it feels a little bit swollen, but it's not too bad. Like, I can't smile completely, and he told me to make sure that I just don't pull my lip down because of where the stitching is and how that's gonna just make it worse. So don't try to be curious and look at it. He did show me before I left the office just to get the curiosity out of the way. So I was able to see where the stitches were. It was not that easy to see, to be honest, but I saw where the stitches were. I saw where the gold chain was. I have to be really careful when I'm brushing my teeth to make sure I'm not brushing too vigorously near the chain because it is really fragile. Yeah, so I'm basically trying to just make sure that after I eat anything that I just rinse my mouth out really well and swish it around a little bit because I don't want any food to get into the stitching area or that little open wound bit. But I'm okay. I didn't even take the ibuprofen. I'm personally saving it for my period cramps. Because I've been doing really well as far as building a pain tolerance is concerned, and I've been trying not to rely on pain medications. So, because before, maybe about like a year ago or so, I was taking like 3 extra strength Tylenols that were like 500 milligrams. You know, I was heavily reliant on those, but they made me feel sick at the end of the day, and I was not down for that by any means, and I was so reliant on them that I'm like, so I think right now my main thing is just trying to deal with my period cramps. That's my main pain tolerance issue, and I think especially since my wisdom teeth extractions and dealing with that pain, that's helped me a lot when it comes to the physical pain of any oral surgery hereafter. So yeah, that was a lot. My next thing is, like I said, orthodontist next Friday. Then the following Monday I'm going to the dentist. I do need to explain to my dentist that I've been feeling like my lower left wisdom tooth area, it feels really bony, and so I researched that, which I probably shouldn't have, but I researched that, and it said something along the lines of needing to reach out to your dentist when that does happen so they can do an x-ray, because it might just be a bone that that wasn't extracted, or that was trying to expel itself, I don't know, something like that. And it's kind of normal after wisdom teeth surgeries, and it usually doesn't happen until a few months after. But it's been a significant period of time since, so I'm not sure, but I want them to check that out and possibly remove it if necessary, so I more than likely need to schedule that in. But yeah, I'm just, you know, I'm not too worried about it, because regardless, I'm like, just one little thing at a time, let me just deal with it, get it out of the way, and that means I'm just that much closer to finally having the smile that I always dreamed of. Hey. But yeah, so I will check in with y'all after my orthodontist appointment on Friday and let you know how it's going. I am, and as you can tell, I was able to add my rubber bands back in. My oral surgeon hit me up later on in the day yesterday and asked me how I was doing, and I told him, I'm like, I'm fine, I'm just a little sore, like I'm good. I was curious as far as if I should replace my rubber bands, because he had asked me to take it off for the oral surgery, which was fair. It made sense because I couldn't open my mouth any wider. And so I did that, and he said, yeah, you can put your rubber bands back on, you just need to be careful because that area is going to be really sore. So I finessed it somehow. I just kind of felt around without moving my lip or anything like that, and I think it's a little bit harder when you do have big lips to kind of work around, so especially when I'm used to like maneuvering, like just, yeah, you know, get it in there. So whew. But we're making it happen. The rubber band's been happening. I've been replacing them at least once a day as per. That tooth has been shifting and shaking and moving and stuff. So luckily, because even then in that oral surgeon's office, they're telling me how it's a really good thing that that tooth has been moving, because it saves me a lot of money not needing to get it extracted and needing an implant, because implants are really expensive. And canine teeth are the most important teeth to have, because At least having of your own, because they're they have the longest roots and they are the structure for the rest of your teeth. I'm learning a lot of things about oral dentistry and all the things. So yeah, I hope this whole series has been informative for either anybody who's getting braces, whether you're, you know, a young adult in adults, someone who's who is a teenager, someone who's either never had braces or they're on their second round of braces or something happened, or whatever the case may be. Hopefully this has helped you just to kind of document so y'all can see what it's been like, because it's been a journey, to be honest. So yeah, we'll see what's next. Anyways, check in later, y'all. Okay, I decided I would actually attempt to document this. Of course, when I like try to do this on location, someone is here in the vicinity. Let me put you down. This stresses me out. People stress me out too much. I mean, my windows aren't tinted. So today's been a morning already. It's 11:35, and my original appointment I thought was at 11, but luckily my phone reminded me it was at 10, and I don't live far from the office that I thought I was scheduled at. So I rolled up there, got there right on time, only to find out that they scheduled me at a different office 30 minutes away. So I had to drive down to Inglewood. It worked out, that was fine. So good news is I don't need to wear rubber bands anymore. Homegirl shifted and shook and shimmied on frontward, so we're good. But then they, yeah, is this not some like hostile, this is some fucking Jeepers Creepers, some jigsaw puzzled shit. But apparently my tooth is finna pull forward in the next 4 weeks, so this is like the least amount of pain my mouth has been in since I've gotten braces. I mean, as far as like after leaving the office is concerned. So that's a bonus. I'll check in with y'all in case shit does start to hurt a little bit more, but it just feels like there's a lot of things going on right here in this section of my mouth. But otherwise, you know, my teeth aren't hurting. They're putting a lot of pressure, but Gucci. Now I'm gonna figure out how to make some money for the rest of the day. Actually, now that I bite down, it kind of hurts a little bit. Hello, friends. How are we doing? So I'm about to go to the dentist for the first time this year. Unless I think I went earlier this year. I think I went earlier before quarantine. But, yeah, I know some things had to get rescheduled and pushed back because of quarantine and things, but now I'm finally here. It is September 14th. It's 444. Hello. September 14th, and, yeah. I think I'm getting a cleaning. I'm probably gonna get updated x-rays, but should be good. I'm gonna see if I can find out what this like bone situation is happening back here, but I'm debating on if I want to vlog. At the moment, there's not much going on in my life other than me trying to find ways to make money, since, you know, America's government doesn't want to help its citizens. So, right now I've, like, as of the last couple days, I've been doing Postmates and delivering stuff, which is alright. There's really not much going on with me, to be honest, and I wish I was a lot more, like, high energy and inspirational at the moment. But right now I'm just trying to focus on staying alive, you know, doing what I can, staying positive as I can. It's just hard sometimes, but yeah, today was a good day, so I just wanted to update you guys. And I just so happen to have my vlog camera in the car from when I went to the orthodontist, whenever, I think last week, so yeah. But I will tell you, there's like an indentation in my lip from the wire, and that's annoying, and eating's been annoying. God, I have to cook when I get home too. I can't avoid not cooking because I don't have any funds to buy anything, so that's where I'm at. Anyway, I'll see you guys later. I'll let you know what's up after my appointment. Okay. How? They're clean. My gums is bleeding like a motherfucker. So I need to come back apparently every 4 months now that I have braces, so I can get cleanings more frequently. Oh my god. And then they're gonna, if my gums haven't gone down, because like that's not cute. That's just because it shifted forward. They're probably gonna, and then down there too, they're probably gonna laser the soft tissue back. I don't even know. I'm just like, how much is this gonna cost me? Lord, you will make a way. I'm not even gonna lie, that pressure was not fun to deal with, but it is what it is. Anyway, we off. Yeah, this bitch. Deuces.